Reese seals off. In and out. Gets it back. The oh Lord, no. Dream drive. Angel Reese off the rim. Bree Jones there. Ball over. Reese regathers. Turnover. Reese gallops. Reese can't get it. Tyler Marsh initiated the challenge.
This is your star? This is who the mainstream media expects me to believe is the face of the WNBA? At least with Paige Bueckers and the media's desperate attempt to make her a star, make her the face of the league, at least Paige Bueckers can play basketball. At least Paige Bueckers is a skilled player. But Angel Reese? Some of these layup attempts looked like they were from the pregame shoot-around. On some of these attempts, there is not an opposing player within 5, maybe 10 feet of Angel Reese. And somehow, she still manages to hit nothing but air. There is a reason Angel Reese and unknown WNBA players like Chelsea Gray, Natasha Cloud, there is a reason they focus on manufactured racism. It's the only way they can get noticed. Think about it. Her first 2 years in the league, the excuse given by Angel Reese defenders, also known as lonely men on Reddit, the excuse given as to why Angel Reese was struggling to sell tickets, struggling to draw ratings, struggling to get anyone besides lonely men to pay attention to her, they claimed Angel Reese was being overlooked because she was playing for the Chicago Bravado. This poor Angel, she's on a bad team. No one gets noticed in Chicago. Name one player who became famous by playing basketball in Chicago. I don't even have to say his name, and you know exactly who I'm thinking about. 2 years in Chicago. Lonely men and the wanker spankers in the mainstream media. They made excuses for Angel Reese. They blamed everyone else for her inability to generate interest on the court. But now, Angel Reese is in Atlanta, which is the perfect setup for Angel Reese to succeed. The Atlanta Dreamers play their home games in a gym that is smaller than Barbie's dream house. I have seen mid-sized hotels larger than the dump the Dreamers play their home games in. For the first time in her WNBA career, Angel Reese is on a winning team. Halfway through pretend basketball season, the Atlanta Dreamers are the best team in the Eastern Conference. But for some reason, Angel Reese is still struggling to generate interest on the court. She's not selling out games on the road. Last Friday, the Dreamers were in Toronto to play the Pimples. Angel Reese failed to sell out an arena that seats 8,500 people. Ratings on television that don't mysteriously disappear. You know, it's strange. It's easy to find WNBA ratings for games involving Caitlin Clark, but games with Angel Reese, ratings have this unique ability to just disappear. I wonder why. A couple of weeks ago, the Dreamers played the Seattle Spankers on Amazon Prime. 313,000 viewers. Angel Reese is on one of the best teams in the league, and for some reason, no one is watching, which is probably why Angel Reese continues to rely on mythical racism. It's probably why Angel Reese continues to play the role of the ultimate victim. But where did she learn to do this? Believe it or not, Angel Reese didn't always perceive herself as the ultimate victim. She wasn't always a believer in manufactured racism. I remember when she was leaving LSU and preparing to enter the WNBA dump. One of the concerns I had with Angel Reese was how long it was going to take for her to be indoctrinated, how long it would take for the disease of the WNBA's toxic culture to impact her. This toxic culture in the WNBA, it's not new. Matter of fact, this toxic culture, I think it was established at the very beginning. You don't have to take my word for it. Uncle KC always comes with the proof. How many of you guys remember Sheryl Swoopes? But my name is Sheryl!
It doesn't matter what your name is!
When the WNBA launched in the late 90s, Sheryl Swoopes was the first player to be selected. She was employee number 1, the original pooper swooper. Now, to her credit, Sheryl Swoopes was a great player, but she never really became famous as a great basketball player because no one gives a shit about the WNBA. Today, Sheryl Swoopes co-hosts a show on YouTube with some other unknown, and the show is called The Women's Hoop Show. For the most part, the show focuses on the pretend basketball in the WNBA, which explains why no one is watching. 3 hours ago, they posted a video about WNBA All-Star Weekend where they are breaking down and analyzing the All-Star rosters. The video has 21 views in 3 hours. Yesterday, Sherry decided to shift the focus a little bit of the show away from make-believe basketball and onto the manufactured drama in the WNBA. More specifically, Angel Reese getting Toronto Pimples head coach Sandy Brondello suspended because, in the heat of the moment, Sandy referred to Angel Reese as a protected species. Instead of Sheryl Swoopes being a leader, instead of Sheryl Swoopes telling Angel Reese to grow the hell up, instead of Sheryl Swoopes telling Angel Reese to quit taking things out of context and making yourself the ultimate victim, Sheryl Swoopes attempted to polish the turd and further victimize the unknowns in the WNBA. Watch it for yourself.
I am always going to ride for Angel Reese. Like, I'm always going to hold her down. I'm always going to have her back. She seems to be the player or one of the players outside of AT that is constantly getting the brunt of people's ignorance, people's hate, people's racism. As a Black woman, I just really feel the responsibility to, when things aren't right, to always speak up for our young Black players. So this quote, protected species, I know what everybody is saying, what it means in Australia. You're not in Australia. You are in a league. You're the head coach of a team in a league of predominantly Black women. So you have to be very mindful of your position. I don't care what happened. I don't care where you're from. You can't say things like that.
This is the main problem in the WNBA. For starters, who in the hell is E.T.? Was Sheryl Swoopes talking about that alien from the 1980s who used to ride that bicycle? I didn't know E.T. played in the WNBA. Of course, wouldn't surprise me if he did, since, you know, we're the league of inclusivity. Pretend basketball is for everyone! Towards the beginning of the clip, Sherry admitted that she will always defend Angel Reese. This is a problem on both sides. There are too many people who blindly defend Angel Reese, and there's damn sure too many people who blindly defend Caitlin Clark. I have a bit more leniency with Caitlin Clark defenders because the league and the media, they damn sure don't defend her, but her fan base believes that Caitlin Clark walks on water. But according to Sheryl Swoopes, Sandy Brondello is not in Australia. She is a guest in our league. 85% of our league features strong Black women. And because of that, you have to be mindful of what you're saying at all times. Yeah, I actually agree with Sheryl Swoopes. You have to be careful of what you say in the WNBA because the unknowns in this league, they will take an innocent comment and they will amplify it into a flaming ass fire. This is why this dump of a league is not taken seriously. How many NBA legends do you see defending current NBA players? How many NBA legends are shielding current stars in the NBA from criticism? Hell, if anything, legendary players are some of the biggest critics of the modern NBA. But criticism can be a good thing. Have you noticed that load management hasn't really been that big of a problem in the NBA in recent years? You want to know why? Because there was so much criticism, the league finally decided to do something about it. Oftentimes, criticism is what's needed to foster growth. Problem in the WNBA, the league is allergic to criticism. They go out of their way to shield their players from being criticized. They just suspended a head coach because she hurt Angel Reese's feelings. Poor Sandy Brondello, she went on a damn apology tour because Angel Reese decided to destroy her reputation so she could elevate her own. For decades, the WNBA has done a disservice to themselves by shielding their players from criticism. Why would you improve if you're constantly being lied to about how great you are? Ooh, did you see that? Another missed layup from Angel Reese, but she looked amazing while missing that shot. How great thou art! How great thou art! To make matters worse, the WNBA prioritizes feelings over profit. We talked about this yesterday over on the second channel. The WNBA Players Union, they have banned licensing of the Sophie Cunningham finger point. They are refusing to monetize one of the most memorable moments of this season. Why? This wasn't a beautiful moment. It was derogatory. We can't make money off a white woman diminishing one of our players who belongs to multiple marginalized groups. It's just wrong. Sophie Cunningham is the second most popular player in this league. Yes, Sophie Cunningham more popular than Angel Reese. Going into All-Star Weekend, Sophie Cunningham is on fire. She is trending damn near every day on social media. And what is the WNBA doing to take advantage of her momentum? What is the WNBA doing to monetize her popularity? In the League of Inclusivity, they excluded Sophie Cunningham from the All-Star game. Someone please make it make sense. I'm looking at this missing persons report that the WNBA is calling an all-star roster. Courtney Williams, Sonia Citron, Jackie Young. You mean to tell me you couldn't remove one of these unknowns to make room for Sophie Cunningham? Like I told you guys the other day, the WNBA is still operating from a charity mindset. This league is not operating as a functional business. The only way to make that happen, the only way to solve the litany of problems in this league, the NBA needs to eliminate their funding, their financing. It is time for the WNBA to leave the nest. It's time for this league to make it on their own. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.